All right, so we're going to cover how to remove this trim here. And the reason that I'm doing it is so that I can get this top peeled back in the back here to get at the space behind the cross brace where I want to put my my subframe bolts, where I want to cut the access to those. So the centerpiece is pretty straightforward. There's just 4 or 5 bolts here, or screws, and that's these Phillips head screws. So there's 4 there, and then 1 on the corner tabs for each of these side pieces. These side pieces are a little trickier because there is, let me get the light up here, these hidden screws here. All right, and they seem pretty obvious there, but what they actually look like is that. All right, so they're pretty hard to see there. To get at them, you need to remove this piece, which is the window trim that rides up here. All right, so you can see the back piece there. All right, but to get at that, you first have to remove this metal piece here. That is actually just held on with 2 bolts, one right there, one right there, and this is held on with 2 screws, and then on those same 2 bolts. And it's a little tricky because you got to shimmy it, kind of angle it around if you don't want to also take off this. If you want to take off this, then you got to take off pretty much everything here and get off the speakers. But you can get it out without doing that. But you do have to kind of wiggle the window a little bit. So like this this 3rd bolt here is going to be a little tricky for me to get out, or screw. For me to get out, I'll have to kind of wiggle the glass a little bit back and forth to try not to break it, but it should come out. All right, so that's it.